thought I'd do my first rod review. So I asked on Facebook a week or so ago what people want to see, and one of the things that came up at least twice was, hey, do some rod reviews. So I stopped by JP's a couple days ago, and he said, you want to take that wild card, go fishing? You should take that wild card, go fishing. So guess what I'm going to do a review on. This is the JP Ross 7-foot 5-weight wild card. Yes, 7-foot 5-weight. It's a 5-weight and it's short. That usually gets two responses. Either the I hate short fly rods. I fish my long fly rods everywhere. I don't need a short fly rod. Or it gets the that's awesome. Why don't more people make short fly rods? If you don't like short fly rods, great. If you do, here you are. This is a short 5-weight, a 7-foot 5-weight. So let me tell you a little bit about the background of the rod. It's the same blank as the JP Ross Blackjack, which is a 6-weight. An 8'6" 6-weight, I think. I could be wrong. I might be screwing that up. It's a long 6-weight. Same blank, one less section. Makes it 7 feet. It's not carbon, it's not glass. I don't know if I'm getting in the right place or not. JP has his own thing. Carbon silica hybrid. What he did was he combined glass and graphite. Glass feels awesome. It's smooth, it's slow, it's just got its own feeling. But it doesn't transfer the information down the rod to the angler the way graphite does, the way carbon does. So he combined the two. So you got the feel of glass, but you got all the feedback coming down the rod to your hand that carbon does. That was his idea. It works. It's great. It's not the only rod he uses it on. Second, it's a 5-weight, which is a great straight down the middle weight for whatever you might find yourself fishing for. It's a good in the middle weight rod. 5-weight will get you trout and bass and whatever. It'll get you panfish. It's a middle of the road rod. That weight, 5-weight. I don't think I need to tell anybody that. 7 feet. 7 feet is awesome. Let me explain. I'm going from the total extreme opposite what I've been fishing all year with this in my hand right now. I have been fishing the new, soon to come out, JP Ross Peacemaker, which is a 4-weight, and it's 10.5 feet. It's an awesome rod. I love it. I'm probably going to do that review next because I have fished the snot out of it. So going from a 10.5 foot rod up 1 weight and down almost 3 feet to 7 foot, let me tell you what the biggest plus is. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, it'd be great for small streams. JP's idea behind it was and is that even on the smallest streams that you fish, you're always optimistic that you're going to find a bigger fish. So where we love to fish the 3-weights and stuff, maybe a 3-weight, if you found that fish that you were looking for, the 3-weight might be a little on the small side. But the 3-weight was your 6.5 foot 3-weight, the JP Ross Beaver Metal. You like it because it's short. Well, now you got another option for those places that you're optimistic that it's close quarters fishing. Most of the fish are small, but you're optimistic. You're hoping, you know there's holes. Maybe you find a bigger fish, and the 5-weight is gonna deal with that fish a lot better. I get that. It's cool. It makes all the sense in the world. Most of the places I go are not. You might hear some traffic in the background, so I'll eat my words on this one. There's a bridge close by. I parked by a bridge and I walked here. Most of the places I fish are not parking by a bridge and fishing by the bridge. Most of the places I fish take me parking someplace and hiking through woods to get to them. And then when I get to them, I put the rod together and I start to fish, and I hike through the woods and I fish, and I hike through the woods and I fish, and I hike through the woods and I fish. I'm not breaking the rod down so that I can hike from there up around and back down to that spot. That's a pain in the butt. The bigger pain in the butt is walking through the woods with a long rod. A 7-foot rod is so much easier moving around in the woods. To me, that's the biggest plus in going to shorter rods. If this can do everything that the longer rods can do, but it's easier to move around through the woods and less aggravation, that's a huge win in my book. So I got a cheap 5-weight fly line on here. I have a slightly weighted nymph. I'm on a section of my local creek that is, it looks fishy, but it's not. I'm not going to catch anything here. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. But I'm going to do some casting. Why? Because that's the other club that usually chimes in, is short rods don't cast well. I mean, I feel like I'm holding a spinning rod. Look how short this thing is. Now I'm going to cast it so that you can see that, yes, a short 7-foot 5-weight will cast. I'll bet this rod is going to be a blast on this creek in the summer for smallmouth. I'm just going to say it. That was with a heavy nymph. Also, it's like 38 degrees out here right now, so it's cold. So here's the deal. This wild card comes in 2 different setups. You go on the JP Ross website and take a look. One is the standard wild card, and it's 6 foot 11 inches. Yes, that's 1 inch difference. And it comes with the standard reel seats, which are, I believe, wood burl, and no fighting butt. And then you got this wild card that comes with an acrylic and a fighting butt that gives you that last inch, brings it up to 7 feet. The acrylic works like this. He orders a bunch of acrylic, If you want this option, you email him, and he will either, you can go do it two ways. He can email you all the ones that he has done. They're all made local in the U.S., just like the rest of the rod. The blank, everything. And you can pick one out, or you can just tell him your favorite color, give him a theme, something, and he'll pick it all out and do it himself. The attention to detail is the same on the Wild Card as it is on all the other JP Ross fly rods. It's one of the reasons he's been around since '97. So that's the JP Ross Wild Card. I think it's a really cool rod. He's kind of built his name on building different stuff that works. So you should probably check it out. That's about all I got to say about it at this point. You know how I end these. Call in sick, go fishing.